loves to take photographs. It's her passion. It's something to do with flowers. Something's not right. Where is she? Where did she go? I've been shot!
These are the true stories of real cases and the psychics who help investigators solve their most baffling mysteries.
What is your emergency?
Yeah, I just heard some gunshots.
I'll send an officer right over.
Calling all units, we've got a potential shooting in the parking lot of the Red Derby Bar.
1 Charles 7, I'll be en route to that shots fired call. A call came in that shots had been fired in the 900 block of Bernard Street. Well, when the officers first responded, they made contact with that person who made the 911 call.
So did you see what happened? Friends and I were coming out of the bar, and as we were exiting, we were walking to our vehicle.
The witness tells police that a blonde girl wearing a gold jacket was fighting with a couple.
She was fighting with them, and then they forced her into a black Chevrolet pickup truck.
Heard a shot fired.
And he heard a gunshot go off, and then they sped off in the area. The suspects were described by the 911 caller as a white male who was real big, heavy set. He described the female as a white female with brunette-colored hair.
But Detective Stewart isn't sure he can trust the 911 caller.
There was nothing located at that scene to show if a shot had been fired or not. They had been drinking. A lot of people tend to embellish what they heard. We put a broadcast out to all the units to be on the lookout for a black Chevrolet truck.
Police swarm the area, but there's no sign of the black truck or the missing girl. Without any more information, investigators have nothing to go on.
Police department, this is Carl.
A couple of days after the alleged shooting, a woman calls police.
She had not heard from her daughter, and which was very unusual.
Her daughter's name is Diana Goldston. No one has seen or heard from her in several days. Detective Kenny Kirkland will lead the investigation into Goldston's disappearance.
The main thing her mother mentioned was that she would never have left her dog, which she was very fond of, for that period of time.
Detective Kirkland learns that Diana Goldston was last seen selling flowers at the Red Derby Bar the same night gunshots were reported.
The last time anybody saw her, she had the gold jacket on and she was wearing black pants, and that's the last time.
Okay.
He quickly makes the connection. Diana Goldston must be the girl who was abducted from the bar parking lot.
We're looking for Diana Goldston, who's a white female. She was last seen getting... She never showed up anywhere. No hospitals, no morgues, not at the police department, nor any of her family members.
And police have no leads as to who the couple was fighting with Diana.
Diana didn't have any enemies that we knew of. There was no motive for an abduction. She was known as the Flower Girl, and that came from selling flowers at different bars in town. And she did it to supplement her income because her favorite thing to do was to do wedding photography. You have a certain window of opportunity to gather the evidence. Once that window of opportunity is gone, you can never recover.
Several days pass. There are no new leads on the case.
The police were very frustrated. They really wanted to find Diana, and they had not.
Was this the guy that you saw, that you found, that killed him?
And I was talking to Kenny, and I thought, you know, I'm going to get laughed out of this building. He's not going to go for this. But I said, I've got this name of this psychic, and I don't know if you're interested or not, but the Fort Worth police have dealt with her, and the district attorney's office has dealt with her, and Apparently she has some good credentials.
The psychic she recommends is Carol Pate.
I did not believe that a psychic could help us in any way, and that it was kind of hokey. But anytime that you have a crime and you've exhausted all the evidence, you look to other sources. So we contacted Carol Pate about coming down to Denton, Texas to work with
I know that Kenny was very frustrated with the case when he made contact with me. I knew I needed to come here. I had a feeling on it.
When I first brought Carol to the bar parking lot, I did not talk to her about what had happened. She wanted to walk around and look at things.
I'm like a radio tuning into the appropriate channel. Once I hit that channel, then all the information comes in loud and clear. And the minute I started tapping into the case, I get all sorts of detail. I've been shot! He thought that he had killed her. He didn't. Diane was alive, and they drove off with her.
Can Carol Pate lead police to Diana Goldston before it's too late? Detective Kenny Kirkland takes psychic Carol Pate to the parking lot where Diana Goldston was last seen.
It was so instant. 1 minute, everything was normal. And then the next instant, I just hit the energy and off I went. I smell flowers. There's a woman with dark hair. What does she want? There's someone else. A large man. He's getting out of the truck. I don't know what they're talking about. All of a sudden, it hit me. A searing hot white pain. She's bleeding heavily.
She grabbed a hold of her left arm and said she's been shot and she's bleeding badly. It was a little freaky.
And she was arguing with a very large man and a woman about money.
Carol felt that there were a male and a female that were involved in the kidnapping of Diana Goldston.
The man was very large, unkempt looking. The woman was about 5'8", long, straight, brown hair.
This was exactly what witnesses had told us.
He throws her in the truck, and he shoots her. I think they thought they had killed her, but she was still alive.
We knew what she had told us was pretty close to everything that had occurred. The only difference was she verified for us that a gun was indeed used, that Diana Goldston was shot. Could you tell where they went?
I think if we start driving, I can pick up where they took her, where they went. Once we left the parking lot, everything fell into place. I was her. I was seeing what she was seeing. There was no doubt. I knew exactly where to go. It's hard to see. I'm so weak. It's so hard to focus. I'm so weak. Water. I see a truck. It's headed over a bridge. We need to go left, and there should be a bridge coming up. We need to go over the bridge.
We crossed over a bridge, a dam, that was extremely long.
Right up here, can you pull over? The energy was there, and it was strong. The truck is here all alone, all alone, all alone. I don't understand. What is he doing? What is he doing? He brought Diana here, but she's not here anymore. Kenny, the body was right here. She was right here, but they've moved her.
Okay. Today our objective is going to be to search a defined area just south of us here. We're going to be...
If Goldston's body had been lying in the woods and then later removed, cadaver dogs would still be able to pinpoint the location.
Okay, our dogs are specially trained as human remains detection dogs. They have the ability to locate human scent, even the smallest amounts, up to just a few molecules. The dog just indicated on this area as potential human remains. As soon as we've confirmed that this is an alert for human remains, we back out of the area, secure it, and then we bring in the police for crime scene investigation.
The cadaver dogs led us to believe that what Carol told us was indeed correct, that the body had been there, but was no longer there.
It's a critical turning point for the investigation. But can Detective Kirkland prove the body was Diana Goldston?
When I was searching in the area, I came upon a sheet that had blood on it. And I picked that up and I could see the outline of a body that had been laying in the sheet.
Have police finally picked up on the trail of Diana Goldston? In the search for Diana Goldston, psychic Carol Pate leads police to a location where a body has been dumped. A blood-stained sheet is discovered nearby.
There was no doubt in my mind when I found that sheet that sheet was used in the commission of this crime with Diana Goldston. We sent it off to the lab, and they were able to tell it was human blood, but we were not able to pull any DNA samples off of it.
Due to the decomposition of the body fluids and the blood that was on the bed sheet from being out in the sun and the heat for so long, they weren't able to determine that the DNA belonged to Diana.
It's another dead end for Detective Kirkland. Determined to find Goldston, he meets with Carol Pate once more.
We're going in the right direction. Just haven't located the right area yet. Just keep on going. It was a step-by-step process. So we did a lot of driving around. I was constantly reaching out to see if I could connect to Diane. Kenny, at this stop sign, let's turn right.
Pate directs Detective Kirkland into a state park.
I know I've never been here before, but it looks familiar. Kenny, right up here by this gate, can you pull over? He's dragging her through the woods. Diane is still alive. She's struggling. She's fighting for her life. They just left her to die, to bleed out, to die. The engine is revving. I hear it. It's loud. Someone saw it. There was someone who came along. There was someone who interfered. They realized that it wasn't safe to leave her here, and they came back and they got her.
We had no other leads. And for her to be able to put the pieces together and say, this is where she was, was encouraging to us because we had nothing else. We had nothing else to go on.
Police scour the area and make a startling discovery: a set of tire tracks.
I'm walking along the tire tracks that we found when we came into the area. The tire tracks led off of 455, which is behind me. We followed them into the wooded area. We noticed that the truck had gotten stuck. And the reason we knew that is because it's so sandy, and you could tell where they'd been spinning their tires. Then we saw some drag marks, and we followed those drag marks probably 30 to 40 feet. And after we got to searching in this area of the woods, we noticed about 4 or 5 feet above the ground in this tree right here, hanging on the branches, was what looked like a woman's yellow jacket. When we looked at it, we noticed that it had blood on the left shoulder.
We showed the jacket to Diana Goldston's friends, along with her sister, who identified this jacket as belonging to Diana Goldston.
Just as the psychic predicted, Goldston had been shot in the upper left arm.
We were absolutely blown away. It was just phenomenal.
Hot on the trail of Diana Goldston, police asked the park rangers if anyone had reported suspicious activity the night Goldston disappeared. They hit pay dirt.
Well, I was working in the office window there at the entrance to the state park, and a customer drove in and told me that there was a car or a pickup that was stuck in the pasture off of Highway 455. That area is closed to vehicular traffic, and so I went down just to see what the problem was.
A man and a woman have gotten their truck stuck in the sand.
What are you doing? It's probably 6 foot, maybe 200 pounds or so.
Oh, from around here? Awesome, huh? Yeah. From down here?
I made a note of the incident in my patrol log.
When the license number was obtained and it was ran on a computer, it came back to a female out of Sanger, Texas.
The truck is owned by a Carrie Griffin.
When we spoke to Carrie Griffin about the truck, she said, "I don't drive the truck. I've not driven it in a long time. It belongs to my ex-husband, J.R. Griffin."
J.R. Griffin is 6 feet tall and heavy set. His girlfriend is a brunette named Jeanette Cox. Police head straight to Griffin's house.
When we got to the house, we saw a black Chevrolet truck parked in the driveway.
Have police finally tracked down Diana Goldston's killers? In the search for Diana Goldston, police have arrived on the doorstep of J.R. Griffin.
When we searched his truck, we found a large amount of blood inside the truck.
Nearby, police discover a gun.
There was blood inside the gun and on the gun itself. Jeanette Cox was there with the truck along with J.R. Griffin.
J.R., he was very uncooperative, denied being involved in the abduction, denied being involved in taking Diane.
But Jeanette Cox is ready to confess.
I walked up to her and I asked if she was the flower girl. She said yes. I asked her if she did weddings, and I said, "That gentleman at the truck wants to talk to you."
She said that J.R. Griffin believed that Diana Goldston had stolen $400 out of his vehicle and that he was going to give Diana Goldston some good old-fashioned justice.
J.R. he just yanked her up and started shoving her towards the truck. I hear the gun go off.
Get a car!
He pulled off the side of the road. She's still breathing. I thought there was still some hope that she was gonna live.
Did you ever go back up to that location with J.R. that day?
Cox tells police that J.R. returned alone to move the body.
I've helped you as much as I can because I would like to, for her to be found too, for her family's sake. But he never told me where or anything like that.
Police never find Goldston's body, but the DNA evidence confirms Goldston was shot with a gun in J.R.'s possession.
The blood in the truck belonged to Diana Goldston.
It's enough evidence to charge the couple with aggravated kidnapping.
In the state of Texas, aggravated kidnapping and murder both carry the same sentence.
Danette Cox pleaded for 20 years in prison. J.R. Griffin was convicted of aggravated kidnapping, and he got life in prison.
I knew I needed to come here and wrap it up, and that's what I did.
Carol was dead on things that she told us. I think that she has the abilities to do things that I've not seen in others.